This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.
Urgent. The truth about ammo stockpiling is some ammo is better than no ammo.
What up, this DC Channel Guns, coming to another gun video. Appreciate you watching, like, share, and subscribe. I want to appreciate all my subscribers. I want to appreciate all the good information. I appreciate y'all coming to the video. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the love and everything that y'all show the 2A community. And I appreciate the ones who are subscribing, getting on board with the ultimate goal over here is to uphold the Constitution and defend the Second Amendment. And I also appreciate the ones who've been with me, the good and the bad, you know, the ups and downs. Nothing moves in a straight line. And it's going to take everyone, people, all the citizens, to get that job done to defend the Second Amendment. And none of your politicians, none of your social media stars, I'm talking about none of that. The president, none of these people can do it. If they could, they would have done it by now. So it's going to take us, people, and it's going to be a long-out fight, and you need that energy. So with that said, let's get into the video. I know you might notice the lighting a little bit. I upgraded my lights. I'm talking about makes a big difference. I went to LED lights and stuff. So just to try to make the picture more crisp and better quality and everything. So with that said, we're going to talk about ammo, people. We're going to talk about stockpiling. I'm talking about, we have went over a lot of scenarios. The 2A community been going over scenarios. And I got a large amount of comments about people, you know, want to know the bare minimum. I'm talking about when it comes to bare minimum, people, when it comes to every individual in the 2A community, I'm talking about it varies. I'm talking about that is one of the hardest questions to answer. How much ammo that you need? Because everybody have different shooting situation, different needs of ammo and stuff. You know, just everybody different. It's pretty much a personal preference type situation. That is something difficult. The way I shoot, stuff that I do might be different the way you're doing things. So you're going to have to deal with that. But right now, to give the first time buyers, people just coming in, or whatever the case may be, existing gun owners, to me, I think the bare minimum for each situation is different for everybody else. But I'm going to give you a starting point here. Now, we're going to start with the handgun, basically the 9mm, whether you have a 40 or 45, 10mm, it really doesn't matter. I think the bare minimum here is 250 rounds. And we're going to break it down. We're going to give you some type of plan because some people need some type of plan. Now, when it comes to most handguns, they're going to have at least 2 to 3 magazines. I'm talking about some of you probably got extra, but we're just starting with the standard. When the first time buyer are buying them a handgun, they come with 2 to 3 magazines. So I suggest you're having this 250 rounds. 250 rounds to me should be the bare minimum. That is my requirement. Everybody else could be different. Some people could say 150 rounds, 200 rounds, but I'm saying 250 rounds. You know, now besides the 250 rounds, whatever you get to fill up your magazines and stuff like that for your gun, for home defense, personal preference, do not count that. This 250 rounds is going to be your emergency. This is going to be your stash that you're going to have, you know, for emergency, whatever the case may be. This is something that you sitting on this. You're not going out to shoot that, especially in this time here where you have ammo limits, ammo shortage. Across this country, people, ammo is very pretty much difficult to get on a quick basis. Now, some of you are fortunate enough in the areas that you live, there is no problem. You can go in and get what you need. But, you know, I don't get complacent the way my situation is in my area and then overlook somebody else where they live in their area. A lot of people is doing that. A lot of people only focus on where they live at. And see, that's when I say you need to broaden your mindset and look at this whole thing that's going on. This is not an isolated incident when it comes to ammo. This is all spread all over. Everyone has been affected. You've been affected. I'm been affected. The firearm manufacturer's been affected. Ammo manufacturer's been affected. A lot of people's been affected by this. And there's a huge increase. It's booming, people. It is booming when it comes to personal protection in this country. We have went through many situations when it comes to firearm and ammunition. This one here has exploded to a whole nother level and everything. So 250 for the handgun. Now, whatever you put in your handgun or whatever, now, if you want to go out and shoot, have that ammunition replaced. Don't touch that 250. Have that ammunition already replaced so you can, you know, keep your magazines loaded, whatever the case may be. Now, listen to what I'm about to say, because I've been getting questions about this. If there's no hollow points, if you can't get hollow points to use for self-defense, Full metal jacket would do it. Do not be contemplating between hollow points and full metal jacket. Full metal jacket works. Military been using it for a long time. You have to use what you can use, people. So, if you see full metal jacket and there are no hollow points, still buy it. I'm talking about, don't pass that up. So, once everything, whenever that situation comes where you can recover and get hollow points and stuff, then you do that. Now, if you can do that, then that's fine. That's good. But like I said, that 250 is for you to sit on. If you do any shooting, make sure you already have that ammunition on hand to go and shoot. But your 250 needs to be that baseline for you. So we went over that, and now we're going to go to the rifle. Now we're going to use the same scenario with the rifle. Now, whether you have AK, AR-15, whatever the case may be, AR pistol, or you have whatever the thing is. I'm talking about your bare minimum to me is the same thing, because we can't be saying, hey, you need 500 for a rifle. A lot of you would need more for your rifle, or we'll create keep them equal. 1,000 for your handgun, 1,000 for your rifle. So we're gonna do the same. We create it equal. 250 for your handgun, 250 for your AR, your AK, whatever the case may be, whatever you got. So we're gonna keep that 250, because we got to make it easy now, because a lot of people just can't go out and get a whole bunch of ammo like this. This stuff you're getting limited now. You're limited what you can get, and the prices have went up, so it's gonna get very expensive. So when it comes to AR magazines and stuff like that, most people, I keep a lot of AR magazines loaded at all times. But right now, I would suggest that you have at least 2 AR magazines loaded, whether it's 25 to 30 rounds in each magazine. Some states you can only have 10. So whatever your law is, follow that law. But at least 2 AR magazines loaded. But you still want to have your 250 rounds as a base. So same thing with the handgun. If you go shoot your rifle, whatever the case may be, you need to still have that 250 just sitting there as emergency, as a base. So right now, this is 5 50 round boxes. This is 250 rounds. It's not a whole lot. I'm talking about, it's not a whole lot, people, to a lot of people out there. But as first time buyers and you don't have enough ammunition and stuff like that, it's a whole lot. I'm talking about 100 rounds is a lot when you can't get none, period. So, I don't get complacent about everybody's different needs and situations out there, but I do know it's a struggle. And, I see it every day in the comments. There's a lot of people talking about just pointing hard out, just trying to know what's going on. A lot of people confused about the stockpiling, and stuff like that. So, we in the 2A community, we've been teaching and we've been explaining, we've been trying to get everybody on board, stuff like that. You have a lot of people in the 2A community. We don't forget where I came from. I know how I started out. I know how difficult it was. I know how confusing a lot of stuff was and everything. And I try to keep thinking like the first time buyers. I'm talking about, a lot of us get complacent, and a lot of us, hey, I know this and that, because you can know too much and forget what people, when they first come in, what they're thinking about and stuff like that. And you can get far ahead of yourself. So I don't do that over here. So, I see all the comments and suggestions and stuff like that. I appreciate all the comments. Y'all help me learn. I'm helping y'all learn and stuff. You can never know too much in the farm industry, people. For first time buyers, let me tell you something. There's no dumb question. I'm talking about, ask the question, because what you don't know, ask the question, find out. It's never a dumb question. I'd rather for you to be safe and then be sorry. And, I'm a huge person when it comes to safety. I got safety videos and stuff up here, because when you have a booming industry such as the farm industry right now, we're selling a lot of ammunition farms, there is a lot of accidents that's going to come with it, because of people, not treating safety first. I'm talking about, you can't know it too much. I don't care if you have 2 months, 1 month of farm experience, or 50 years of farm experience. It only takes one mistake, people, and you'll be sorry for it. And so you can lose your life or somebody else's life, or injure somebody and stuff like that. So we don't want that to happen in the 2A community. We already know that you have so many organization groups and people so against to try to infringe on your Second Amendment and everything. But our goal over here is to keep that alive. That is our fight. That is our goal. There's nothing else that I want out of this, no fame or glory. I just want to preserve the Second Amendment so future generations have the same opportunity that we have, and we can keep that going. But there's a lot of people, A lot of people trying to stop that. I'm talking about, and they're trying hard. And I got a lot of content coming and everything. Just take me time. I'm very busy and stuff. I got to work, put food on my table just like everybody else and everything. So, like I said, when it comes to social media and all this kind of stuff, guess what? They're silencing us. They're trying to keep us down. They don't want our voices heard and everything. And we in an election year, people. Don't be fooled by people who are trying to say they're going to keep you safe, they're going to protect you and everything, because these are the same people who's putting your life in danger. And these people, their number one goal, 100%, is to go against the Second Amendment. And they're using every situation in this country to meet that goal. They're expanding the issues, but at the same time, they're narrowing it down to the Second Amendment in this country. They're narrowing it down to gun owners. That's why we have so many laws raining on us. That's why the 2A community consistently keep covering all this news and stuff. Because it's going to take everybody to 2A community, because it's so much news been dropping. Not one person, not one social media platform. We're going to need many platforms to cover this thing, because 24/7 they is infringing on your Second Amendment. So with that said, this is DC Channel Guns, and I'll catch you on the next one. This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.